Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good. Are we live now?
We are live. If you don't mind, we just kind of brought you on so we have more time with you. We thought that you were ready to go, so why not, right?
Nice. Happy Norouz, Imanjan.
Thank you. Norouz Shom Mubarak. Can you do me a favor?
Merci.
Can you do me a favor and just move the phone or laptop down a little bit more so that we get to see more of you instead of the ceiling?
Oh, down? You got
Just
it.
just a little bit.
I had no way to audition, because I wasn't on yet. So I got you. Hold on. How's that? Is better?
Yeah, much better. Actually, move it a little bit to the left, or I guess it's my left.
How about me?
Oh, perfect. There we go. That's easy. Now we're good. Excellent.
Okay.
So first of all, again, happy Norouz, and how were you? Thank you. How are you guys spending the day today?
With you.
What an honor.
Actually, that's our priority. No, we have some work we're doing later today, but at the same time, we just wanted to start off the day and be with you and celebrate. And, we've got our flowers. You probably can't see. I have my fresh yasmin. How do you say gole yasmin? Goliath.
Yes.
Yeah, it grows outside. So it's all over the house right now.
I love it. It looks beautiful. So first of all, I'm so glad to actually connect with you again after a long time. When I was talking to you on the phone, the last time that we saw each other was at our 21-year gala, and at the time you had was it fractured your leg or fractured your foot or broke your foot?
I did. It was like, what do they call that? A hairline fracture or something?
Oh, hairline fracture
of my foot.
Yeah, and I just want to tell everybody that Shani was the ultimate rock star, where even though she was hurt in the boot, she came on stage and she rocked the performance, and it was great.
Merci. You know what? Because you worked so hard, we had to work hard too. It was a great event.
Thank you. And that's why it's always a pleasure working with you guys, because we make a great team. We look out for each other, we help each other, and we do our best to do a great job. So so listen, I know that you're one of those people that are always go, go, go. And even a pandemic wasn't going to shut you down and have you not do what you love, which really it's acting, it's singing, it's producing. And I feel like you've directed certain things too. I mean, there's so many things. I know you're releasing your 5th album soon, so kind of let us know, as you look at 1399 in the last 12 months, which coincides with the whole cycle of 1 year of this darn pandemic, reflect on all the good things that were able to come out of this pandemic too,
Well, could I ask you a favor? Because I have some non-Persian people I know that are watching today.
Yeah.
Could you please explain first the concept of what Norouz actually represents, besides being the spring equinox?
Well, I mean, I feel like everybody looks at it differently, so I have to apologize if there's a technical meaning behind it. But for me, Norouz is the ultimate gathering of family, love, unity, growth, rebirth. The opportunity to reset. Literally, it's like Mother Nature's reset button. Where you kind of just go one trip around the moon and you get to kind of experience spring again. So a lot of growth and a lot of opportunities,
That was my thank you. That was merci. That was my segue, because how poetic, right? That this is the ultimate reset, rebirth, right? The beginning of what we hope will be a much more beautiful chapter for all of us. I hope that the pandemic, as awful as it was for so many people, have created an opportunity to soul search, right? And come up with the sort of reality that we want to live in. And that's what it was for me. As my dog just joined us. Sorry if you hear a little whining. But I guess I have to pick her up. Sorry, she's gonna keep whining if I don't.
No problem. Which one is this? Beautiful.
Everybody's doing their Zooms with their animals. You can't help it because they want to come in. So so basically for us in this household, it was really a time to be super creative. And as a writer, I mean, I didn't expect that I would get so much to write about, but I did. Some of it, it's not all serious. It's some reflection and some things about the concept for my album. Basically was literally breathe free. What does that mean to breathe free? We're in the middle of a pandemic, which is about fighting for breath, right? But also metaphorically, what does that mean? Giving up a lot of things that hold you back, hold you down. So I spend a lot of time in that headspace, you know.
That's great. And so you, during this time, you, first of all, I guess working on the 5th album, but you also worked on a film that you're kind of like doing all the pieces together now. You were saying that you're finalizing the cast. I don't know to what extent you can talk about all the things that you got going on, but please share with us what you've been working on.
I'm super excited about it. It's a film that was written and will be directed by a guy called Michael Winnick. He's done quite a few feature films out there on Netflix and Amazon and everywhere else you watch. It's a spy thriller. Right now, the current working title is called Dark Asset. And we are casting, but some parts that are already cast, I can tell you, really features a lot of diversity. So we have Middle Eastern, we have Asian, we have Latinos, we have African American, Native American, on and on and on, because it's super important to me. I'm a producer. I'm in the film. I play kind of a tough spy officer. So yeah, we started it right before the pandemic. We didn't get to finish, and we just laid low. And so we'll be kicking up later in the summer.
Okay, and then the album is going to come out when, hopefully?
Album, I think, will also come out in the summer. I'm tweaking a little bit right now. I'm basically finished, but I don't know if we're ever finished. You know, even when we put it out, it's like, oh, I should have. But so I have that luxury right now, because it's not like we have some concert that's attached to it. You know, it's so we're kind of just fine tuning. But in the summer, I believe.
So now that you're not rushed, which is actually great when you think about it, because obviously every artist wants to, it's like a cycle. You put out something, you put a tour or you put shows, and then you do it again, rinse and repeat. And so for this time around, you put in all this work during the pandemic, but there is no, like you said, concert right around the corner. So you have a longer runway to kind of like look at the horizon and be like, I want to dedicate the next few months on these projects, and so you're obviously going to be finishing up the film, hopefully with finishing up the filming, and then you have the album. One other thing that I know you're very passionate about, and it was very poignant of Luna to drop in, is Voices Out. That maybe she just wanted to make sure that we get Voices Out involved, and when you guys were part of my annual charity gala, the Voices Out organization that you and Andy have created, was something that I was very happy to support. And for those who are not familiar with Voices Out, if you could kindly, in a nutshell, share what it's all about. And obviously, I'm sure it's been impacted by the pandemic, but what you hope to do with Voices Out once things pick up again,
Thank you. Merci. I truly appreciate all of the support you give, Iman John. It means a lot. So we formed Voices Out in 2016, and it's basically a nonprofit 501c3 in the United States, although people can, be a part of it all over the world. And our main focus is neglected, abused, abandoned children and animals. So we take more of it seems like we've been focusing more on animals as of late, simply because there weren't enough voices really doing that. And we have, made donations, and I've visited orphanages, and we've helped families. So it's not that we don't also help children, but a lot of animals don't have a voice at all. And we wanted to be a big part of that. Animals give us a lot of support in our lives, myself and Andy and my father, who's also on the board, and a few other of our board members. And they're our fuel and the purest form of love I think you could experience, right? And so we want to be able to give back and give them voice, and teach people to be aware of their plight, and that many of them are dying in shelters and are on the streets and fighting for their lives, literally. And in small ways, people can help, people can support wherever they are. And it doesn't just have to be with Voices Out, but if you want to help us, you can visit our website. It's voicesout.org. Or you can go on my social media. I'm always connected through And it makes you feel really, really good to be able to help.
That's wonderful. And you know, segueing from Voices Out, which definitely, if you guys don't know it, go to that website, voicesout.org, you said, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now kind of like in the last closing parts of our segment, given that we are on South Havil Day, Norouz, you know, you've been a part of many Norouz celebrations, especially from concerts and stuff like that. And I'd love for you to kind of take me back to one or two of the most memorable Norouzes that you've spent that kind of like stick out, or it could be on stage, it could be off stage, it could be behind the scenes. You know, like I would love to kind of hear one Norouz story from somebody that has been submerged in the Persian community for so many years.
So, wow. Oh, I kind of got a little bit of chills. So, you know, I would have to say that it has a lot to do with touring, because this time of year, usually there's a zillion shows packed in about 5, 6, 7 days, right? And so over the years, there would be experiences like that where you would hit so many countries, right? And for example, I remember playing in front of, you know, 20,000+ people in Cologne, Germany. And just the overwhelming feeling of what that is, that everybody's there to unite in this special moment, right? And then I remember flying to London. We were doing a pass through, and I think we had a long layover, and this girl who was a fan knew where we were staying, and she made it such a point to get to us because she wanted to give me this little half scene. Like, it was like a little ceramic kind of half scene, because she said, I wanted you to be able to take this with you. How cute is that?
Oh
right?
My God, that is beautiful.
And I was like, oh my, I've never seen such. It was this little tiny little thing, but it had a sweet little box, and I still have it. I just thought that was the sweetest thing ever, right? To be able to have a portable, you know, half scene. How cute. Yeah, people are amazing.
I'm glad that she gave you a half scene and not like a goldfish or something to take you back on the flight, you know. So she gave she gave you something that's more transportable and stuff.
Right.
So on the last note of Norouz, you know, I'd love for you to, because you know, like I feel like you've first of all, I think that the Persian community has truly embraced you as well, and that's because you've always carried yourself with such love and grace and class, and just like a, you know, and I think this is from the roots of where you're from. You're from like the Midwest, right? Is that
Arkansas?
Correct? Arkansas. Is that considered Midwest?
We call it South, but
South. Okay, so I need to work on my geography. Yes,
it's all good.
But basically, like, you know, the sweet girl personality. You know, I think that's why I feel like you've always been embraced in the Persian community, and you've embraced them. And I'd love for you to share any kind of Norouz message that you may have for Persians all around the world that are celebrating, you know, or all around the world right now.
Well, first of all, I just hope everyone has stayed safe as best as they could. I send so much love and good health for this next year to come. We miss seeing all of you guys. It's been a long year. And I can't wait to be able to come out and see everybody face to face, and be able to, at the very least, you know, elbow bump or fist bump or whatever we can do. If we can't, just grab each other and kiss and hug, and play music for you, and keep making everybody happy. And I thank you so much for everything that you all have done for me. The Iranian community has adopted me, as you said, from day one. And I'll never, ever forget how gracious everybody has been to me.
Well, we can't wait to have you on global stages once again, and bringing your love and energy into the crowd. So on that note, really appreciate you making time. And it looks like a text from Andy is that he's on another Zoom, I think, so we're gonna have to transfer. I thought you guys were gonna be in the same place, but we'll switch it up right now.
You know, he's got a mind of his own. He has his own set. He wants to do his own thing in the other room, I guess.
All right, so there we go. So thank you so much again for making time, and all the best with the new album. Can't wait to hear it and sharing it. Make sure you let me know so I can share it with my little network as well, so they can support you in all your endeavors.
Merci, Iman Jan. Kheli mamnoon, and I really appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
Eid Shema Mubarak, everybody.
Bye. Ciao.